before we get started, let's check out the links in my description. We all want nice things. We want the car, we want a house, we want a high limit credit card. But if you don't have at least a 680 credit score, you're not even in the game. So click this link here to know where you stand and get your free credit scores from all three bureaus. That will be Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And also get your reports. If you would like to be free and become financially independent through entrepreneurship, click this link here to be free. If you'd like to get cash back, which is a discount during shopping, please click this link here to see my favorite cashback sites. And if you enjoy the music you hear in the background, please click the link here and subscribe to It's Oasis. Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Wealth. What I'm going to go over is an article about Venmo, PayPal, Chime, CashApp, those type of payments being taxed. But before we get into that, if you would like to know your FICO scores and what's on your reports with all three bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your time using your vehicle, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't have a vehicle or you don't want to use your own, click the Wealth Hire Car link in the description below, and that way you can use the hire car along with the Wealth Dasher and still make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your time. You want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500? Click the Be Free link in the description below and then click Sign Up. If you'd like to get cash back while shopping online, you can do so by clicking the Cashback links in the description below. And there's this new MasterCard. It's the Aspiration Zero MasterCard. They're offering $300 back for $3,000 spend in your first 90 days. You can apply for the Aspiration Zero MasterCard by clicking the Aspiration link in the description below. Now let's go ahead and get into this article. Unless you have a side hustle, your Venmo and PayPal transactions probably won't be taxed. The new reporting requirement only applies to business transactions totaling over $600. Now, that's kind of not new. So I kind of figured when they were first talking about taxing the CashApp payments and things like that, I always said, well, you know what? It got to be over $600. But a lot of the people who on YouTube and who on Instagram and things like that, yes, they pretty much have over $600 in transactions. So if this applies to you, let's go ahead and hit it. If you're self-employed or have a side hustle and get paid through digital apps like PayPal, CashApp, or Venmo, any earnings over $600 will now be reported to the IRS. A provision from the 2021 American Rescue Plan, which went into effect on January 1, directs third-party payment processors to report transactions received for goods or services totaling over $600 per year to the IRS. Now that's new. Like I said, that's not new. That's always been the case with anything pretty much. If it's $600 or more, they report to the IRS. That's when I was doing the eBay joints, Amazon, when you're doing Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Uber Eats, what's the other one? Instacart, all those. $600 is going to get reported. Definitely over $600, all right? Prior to this legislation, a third-party payment platform will only report to the tax agency if a user had more than 200 commercial transactions and made more than $20,000 in payments over the course of a year. See, I didn't really know that. This new law won't apply to your 2021 taxes, which you'll file this tax season, but it will apply to the earnings you make throughout 2022, which you'll report when you file in 2023. So you got a year to figure this out, all right? Again, regardless of where you go, it's pretty much the same thing. I guess just before then, they had that high amount, 200 transactions, $20,000. But anything else you were doing, you had to report that $600 or more. All right, so it's not new. It's just now it applies to these platforms. All right, and you got a year to figure this out. So either way, it doesn't matter. You still got to report the $600. So it could be one and the same, in my opinion. It could be one and the same. because if you get paid through PayPal for another service, that service is also going to report, hey, you made $600, but it's the same $600 with PayPal. So it's the same thing to me. All right. Now, I'm not a tax advisor, so I'm not advising you on that. I'm just saying it seems the same to me because it's the same money. All right. It came from one, you just got paid through PayPal. All right. There's a lot of talk online about this new tax reporting requirement, and if you earn money through a digital payment app, you may be confused about what's true and what isn't. Let's separate the fact from the fiction. Fact: this isn't a tax change, it's a reporting change. Remember I just said that? If you're self-employed, you should already be paying taxes on your total income, regardless of how you receive your payments for goods and services. The new legislation is not a tax change, it's a tax reporting change, so the IRS can keep tabs on the transactions made through payment apps that often go unreported. Going forward, third-party payment companies will issue you a 1099-K tax form each year if you earn $600 or more annually in income for goods and services. This tax form might include taxable and non-taxable transactions, particularly if the account is for both businesses and personal use. The IRS will also receive a copy of the tax form and won't be relying purely on self-reporting. The IRS will be able to cross-reference both our reports and yours, PayPal noted in a November 2021 statement. That's always been the case as well. To make managing your business finances easier, we recommend creating separate PayPal, Zelle, CashApp, or Venmo accounts just for your professional finances. Fiction: the IRS is counting money you send to family and friends. Rumors have circulated that the IRS was cracking down on money sent through third-party payment apps to family and friends, but that isn't true. Personal transactions involving gifts, favors, or reimbursements are not considered taxable. Some examples of non-taxable transactions include money received from a family member as a holiday or birthday gift, money received from a friend covering their portion of a restaurant bill, money received from your roommate or partner for their share of the rent and utilities. Okay, so they're not looking at that. Okay. Fact: payment apps may be requesting tax information from you. Now that this new law is in effect, payment apps like PayPal may be reaching out to you to confirm tax information, such as your employer identification number, individual tax identification number, or social security number. If you own a business, you most likely have an EIN. But if you're a sole proprietor or individual, freelance, or gig worker, you'll provide an ITIN or social security number. Fiction: personal items sold at a loss will be taxed. If you sell personal items for less than you pay for them and collect money via third-party payment apps, this new legislation won't affect you. For example, if you buy a couch for your home for $500 and later sell it on Facebook Marketplace for $200, you won't owe taxes on the sale. That's because it's a personal item you sold at a loss. However, you may be required to show documentation of the original purchase to prove that you sold the item at a loss. However, if you have a side hustle where you buy items and resell them for a profit via PayPal or another digital payment app, then earnings over $600 will be considered taxable and reported to the IRS. Make sure to keep a good record of your purchases and online transactions to avoid paying taxes on any non-taxable income, and when in doubt, contact a tax professional for help. Okay? Now that's good stuff. That's good stuff there. All right? So, again, anything over $600 that's sort of business related, they're going to hit you. All right? Again, if you're self-employed, you get your freelancer, anything like that, or LLC or anything like that, you're going to be hit with over $600. I know, because even with affiliate marketing, things like that, everything over $600, they see me at 1099K. All right, so that's just some updated information on that, just so you would know in case you didn't. If you did know, then hey, it just refreshing it for you. Okay, but anyway, hope this information helped you out, and thanks for watching. If you would like to know your FICO scores and what's on your reports from all three bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week utilizing your vehicle on your own time, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't have a vehicle or you don't want to use your own vehicle, then click the Wealth Hire Car link in the description below. And that way you can hire a car and use that vehicle to then Wealth Dash and make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your own time. If you want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below. If you'd like to get cash back while shopping online, click the Cashback link in the description below. Like, share the video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to It's Oasis, and until the next video, let's get this money.